Hello and welcome back. I am the Muted Goat. This is episode 23 of my Let's Play Civilization 4 Realism Invictus playthrough. Where we last left off, we need to get all of our coal power plants up and running. So Buffalo is going to be a good place to get an electric gear factory. So will Minneapolis. So they both have a lot of towns. Same with Kazan. We'll be able to build several because it requires copper resources, which we have an abundance of. Okay. And we're researching hydroelectricity right now so that our cities on the rivers can build hydroelectric plants. And then, all of our cities will have electricity. Coal plant. Yeah, you can do a cinema. We need several cinemas. This place has a lot of... Skara has a lot of towns, too. Gosh, not enough to make it worth it, though. Cinema. We need a bunch of mass transit systems as well. Okay, we do have a great engineer in Chicago. I remember leaving that guy active to remind me. Kyiv, you can have you do the mass transit. Alright, Minneapolis, perfect place for electric gear factory. Sure. Cinema, mass transit. Let's do a clothing, or no, oil refinery in Pakuan. These places that are doing research. I did that foolishly. They can all be building mass transit systems. Moscow now can build railways. I wonder why I never built a railway there. I know they don't have access to coal due to having my national park there, but oh, it's because they have access to fuel now, maybe, that they can do. Yeah, I guess I don't know. Once we start getting into, like, even Renaissance era, there becomes so much going on in the simulation that it's hard for me to keep track of it all. I have, like, a general sense of what's going on, but getting down to the nitty-gritty, I do not know very well. Waterworks. Let's go to baseball stadium. They are on a river. Alright, Buffalo. Yeah, clothing factory. Last time was about to have a great person. It'd be nice if we got another great engineer so we could rush Broadway or Hollywood, whichever one. Probably Broadway. first. Brennus wants open borders. I'm going to say no. They're still very salty against me. I guess they're just cautious. They don't like us because we're getting ahead of them. At some point, we should be so far ahead of them that that's not an issue. But here we are. It's still an issue. Ming Yangle's getting way down there, so it's time to start stealing them gold, or their gold when they bug us. Okay, we got a great scientist instead of a great engineer. Kazan is going to be the city we build this in. If I can find it. I don't want to build a coal plant, Kazan. I don't know what I'm doing. Build a synthetic dye plant there instead. I'm actually going to cancel that production. That's wasted production, but they are on a river, so that was a mistake I made last episode. Newark actually has some not so good production issues going. I wish a forest would grow here on this tundra. Alright. Hydroelectricity has been discovered.
The beaver told the rabbit as they stared at the Hoover Dam.
Now we can build aluminum.
No, I didn't build it myself.
Refineries too.
But it's based on an idea of mine.
We do have a few that will give us tech transfer. I'm going to go steel hole. Will allow us to... I've got mass transit system in Omaha. Steel hole will allow us to upgrade some of our ships. Cinema, sure. Baseball stadium. Alright, so we can build hydroelectric there. I'm going to do this +1 happiness from clinics in all stadiums. So the interpretation of dreams. Detroit, you go with the alumina refinery. Christian Community Works. Our culture is really starting to push on Kahurapan here. Like we've pushed beyond where even our city fat crosses, so that is good. I'm just going to do this, and then they require power before I can build the electric gear factory there. I'm specifically choosing towns that are cities that have a lot of towns in their radius for these like synthetic dye plants, electric gear factories, because they provide a percentage increase in gold. So like Buffalo here, 5%, or not gold, commerce, 5% more commerce, which will net us 9 commerce from the electric gear factory. So yep, put one in Buffalo. Cinema there. Gotta be able to build Hollywood pretty soon, I would think. We've got 4 cinemas. I think I'm gonna build Hollywood in Omaha. And Broadway in Chicago. Once Minneapolis finishes its electric gear factory, then I'll build the Broadway in Chicago. Ford Motor Company is another one that I would like to build somewhere. It's okay. There's Hollywood being available. Clothing factory, that's not enough. So mass transit system works. There's Ford Motor Company. Now it doesn't provide any culture, so I can build that anywhere. Is tag dump a good option? 38 turns. It's not good enough right now. You have to have a mass transit system in the city to build it. So, let's take a look. Can't build it there. So St. Petersburg. No. Mysore is where I'm going to build the Ford Motor Company. I'll have them do it before they build their hydro plant. Actually, no. St. Petersburg has better production, maybe? Am I reading this wrong? They do it in 30 turns. Mysore did it in 31. And then you can build your hydro plant, St. Petersburg. Okay. And another thing I need to do is check my great merchants. I wonder if we can build like a pharmaceutical company. I think it's Pfizer.
At your service. Awaiting your orders.
Oh, Pfizer and 20th Century Fox. Both of them provide hammers and culture. So, okay. We'll do Pfizer in Chicago, 20th Century Fox in Omaha. So that provides pharmaceuticals from Pfizer and hit movies from 20th Century Fox in Omaha. All right, 3 turns till Minneapolis is done with the electric gear factory. I'm guessing, like, if you get a great artist, you'd be able to do something for
When I lost my
to
rifle,
get hit
the Army
musicals,
charged
but I
me
don't know.
$85. That is why in the Navy, the captain goes down with the ship.
Okay. Steel hull, we can upgrade our navy a lot. Let's go machine guns. Where's Brennus? He's not on there, so I guess Frederick. Stop trading with Frederick. Okay. We have 20th Century Fox now. We cannot upgrade these steam frigates right now because they need to be in the radius of a city that has a dry dock. So I'm going to move them to New York. How much to upgrade them all? 2,700. And that should get all of them upgraded to cruisers. Which is, looks like what we've done. Oh, not over here. Get these near Denver. We need to drop our... We're going to drop our science to 0 right now to build up some more gold. Because I want to upgrade all of our armored cruisers here to pre-dreadnoughts. That's another 3,500, so let's just wake them up. Indonesians saying something dumb to us, so we'll take their gold. Okay, let's upgrade all these pre-dreadnoughts. Drop our science. Bring it back up to 60%. This guy can go back up there. So it's not going to be this episode, I don't believe, but I do have designs on taking out, at least on the continent, the rest of these Indonesian cities. And probably, they're not the Incan anymore, the Peruvian. And the ship units I have are going to be pivotal to that. They provide a bonus called shore bombardment, which is a passive effect that will be very useful in any attack that I do. Okay, Hollywood here. Minneapolis, why don't you do a clothing factory too? Mass art going. Let's put these two up. Chicago. Switch you to Broadway.
What's the
Let's
plan?
get your great engineer to build 10 turns of it. There we go. Pakuan is one away from a great person. 53% chance it's a great engineer. Enemy has been spotted near Berunai. Over here. It's the Greeks. Can I? Get away from me, Greeks. Armenians. Oh, they're middle of the pack. We're not going to steal their gold. Tag them, got mass art. They need a hydro plant. Bangalore wants to go back to the Republic of Peru. Okay. Benjamin Franklin, great engineer. Huh? I guess he was kind of a... Oh, we lost. We lost these two tiles due to culture. We'll get them back eventually. We're actually almost there from the Indonesian. Have this great engineer help with Hollywood. It's kind of hard to tell, but I think we have railway networks connecting pretty much all of our cities. Okay, leave me alone. French, give me your gold for bothering me. The British are nearly dead. Ireland is attacking them.
When
Yeah, we
shooting
got
in the
machine
dark,
guns.
it is a good idea to use a machine gun.
These machine gun units are great. Forced labor is not a civic I'm interested in. Close to flight, too. Detroit. Do a cinema. substation. Foundry in Kalapa. I need to focus on production buildings there. Sure, clothing factory. Can't be too picky with. Alright. Our limestone source is jockeying between me and the Indonesians right now. Turn to turn, it looks like. Looks like they all started working and then they all stopped working. Oh, we did push that giant stack of boats out of that lake. It's actually unfortunate. I would have liked to keep them there. Bangalore finished their synthetic oil plant. It's actually not a great wonder to have. All it does is keep another civ from getting it if they're short on oil. Okay, let's see. All the paddle wheelers are now in Kahurapan. And they're stuck there because they don't have open borders with us, so they can't get out of their port.
I must study politics and war, that my sons may have liberty to study mathematics and philosophy.
I'm gonna do barbed wire. Alright, Alfred capitulated to the Germans. That's surprising. The Germans are pretty low. Do West Point, Detroit. Detroit will be a good production city for troops. I'm thinking next time I do a game with separatism, I'm gonna say no vassals, because separatism seems to be more effective when the civilization gets completely destroyed, and then a separatism event can happen to bring back that civilization in kind of a civil war. But it seems like if they've capitulated, doesn't seem to be a lot of separatism that like has a bunch of cities rejoin the capitulated civ. But we can see there's a lot of cities revolting against certain civs rule, but no large separatism events yet. Like, I'm surprised Ireland hasn't had a big separatism event. Maybe they programmed the AI civs in this new update to be better at handling separatism, because in the past there would be a lot more of that going on. I think Chicago just got Broadway. So we'll take a look at this Wonder video. I think they get 50% extra culture from Broadway. Second in Broadway Street. Yep, 50% culture, and we get 8 hit musicals. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, getting caught up. All our cities are getting caught up with the production. Okay, let me check Chicago. 1,500 turns before they're legendary. As it stands right now, they're getting 500 culture a turn. Washington is 1,000 turns. They're getting 677 culture a turn. 1,400 turns for Omaha, and they're getting about 500 some culture a turn too. Okay. Still quite a bit of ways away.
The war will last
barbed
100
wire.
years. 5 years of fighting and 95 of winding up the barbed wire.
All right, we've caught up. I think I'm going to do assembly line. Allows us to build a armament industry, which is like the basically industrial and modern era version of a barracks. So when you build new troops, they get what you call it, experience, free experience. Looks like we got that limestone back. great engineer. Oops. That is our Christian representative, not the great engineer. Help out Omaha. And yeah, we did get the limestone back. Hopefully permanently this time. We're about to get this rice back too. Cinema, New York. All right, that will finish Hollywood next turn. Check out the Hollywood Wonder video. The famous Hollywood Hills of Omaha. All right. 3 hit movies, +2 culture to cinema in all cities. A lot of wars going on right now globally, so turns are taking a while. All right, there was an uprising, so now in Debre Beheran, or Burhan, the Ethiopian Empire. So, like, yeah, the Axumites were completely destroyed. Axumites, Ethiopians, and now they are back. I don't know exactly where. We're getting pretty close to the point where I start. I think next episode's going to be a big build my army back up, reshuffle my troops, and maybe even begin my final attack on the Indonesian. Fairly close. And then after that will be the Peruvian here. The more cities they have on the coast, the easier it'll be to do, because I will have a superior navy and more technologically advanced navy too, which makes a massive difference in, well, I guess all eras. close. Still a decent ways away from getting the Indonesian border right off of Hujanggala. But yeah, I think this war is probably going to be 4 different stacks. And the amount of troops I can have in these stacks has probably grown since the last war we did, which was using Renaissance troops.
People can
Got
have
assembly
the Model
line.
T in any color, so long as it's black.
And we can build this armament industry now, which we will do in all of our cities that have power. Which is essentially all of them. We have a ton doing research right now. Oh, we get Ford Motor Company next turn, too. Agricultural machinery is what I'm going for next. +1 food to all mechanized farms, and then we can construct these agricultural machine depots, which are, let's see, -4 epidemic in your city. What else does it do? Sorry, that wasn't it. Okay. +10% food with power, +5% food with fuel, and another 10% with motor vehicles. So just all of our cities that build one will have +25% food, which will basically explode our population in all these cities and allow them to have more specialists. So it will be great. Now, they will all just be constantly jostling up and down in population because as they grow, the epidemic chances will become higher. So they'll have more epidemics. All right, we got Ford Motor Company, which doesn't have much of a movie to it. And all it does is provide motor vehicles. So now the only other way a civilization can get motor vehicles is through a great merchant. Stop trading with Brennus. About 15 minutes left in this episode. Okay. Hungarian capital was just captured by the Armenians. Still able to pass these resolutions on my own. Christian representative failed to spread their religion in Newark. Hey, get out of here. I don't even know what a New Jersey accent is. I think that was a horrible Brooklyn accent attempt. I think I'll take the last 5 minutes of the episode to check out the graphs again, just to see where we stand against everyone else. We are going to be standing very good against everyone else, but militarily, you can see the Irish and the Danish have both gotten pretty close to catching up with us completely. But once we start focusing on our military again, we will again push out to a giant lead militarily there. I think everything else we are going to be much higher. We're the most advanced. Denmark is second. Frank Lloyd Wright, another great engineer. We're not building any wonders currently, so I'll just park him in Omaha. We had Christianity in most of our cities now. Except Newark. Newark rebuffed them. Tula doesn't look like it has it yet either. Once we get them all, Christianity on all these continents, I gotta remember to spread it to our 2 island cities. I do not want to give you fuel for silk. I wouldn't mind having silk. Hit musicals and hit movies for silk. All right. I think this is agricultural machinery we just got.
Tell me what you eat, and I will tell you what you are.
Medical science. and high explosive shells. We both get a discount to them, so let's go with that. Actually, in Washington, I would rather do a armament industry first. Now, Washington has a lot of great scientists going, which I understand. Gonna put a few more engineers just to help with production. Alright, Ethiopian rebel civilization has been conquered. That didn't take long. The Mexicans started another war with the Greeks, which pulls us into a war with the Greeks. Alright, Christianity got spread to Newark. I just kind of want to check. How Russian is St. Petersburg? 15%. And like how Indonesian is Mysore? 8%. Okay, these places have been fairly well Americanized. Huh. Egypt is taking cities and burning them to the ground. They just burned a Hungarian city to the ground, I think. One that had a wonder. I think this medical science technology should give us a couple buildings, like we can build hospitals, I believe. Build hospital, the Red Cross, and blood transfusions. Alright, I'm gonna want to build the Red Cross in Detroit.
It is a most extraordinary thing, but I never read a patent medicine advertisement without being impelled to the conclusion that I am suffering from the particular disease therein dealt with in its most virulent form.
Okay. Let's take a look at the graphs. See how we're doing. Alright, score. Now we're quite a bit out ahead. Who's this sneaking up on? Move it. Ireland is not... I mean, they're second, but they're not clearly second anymore. They've got some competition. Click on gold. We're quite a bit ahead on gold. It jumps all around. It's hard to see. Colombia, even though they're red text, they are actually this dark blue line. Production, you can see I've just absolutely rocketed in production because of building all the machine tools factories and getting electricity, all that stuff. Crop yield the same. This will go up even higher once all those agricultural machine depots are done. Power, this is something where everyone's going to start getting closer to me. Oh, Ireland's ahead of me now. Look at how much they've ramped up in the past. And culture, I'm comically ahead of everyone in culture. Alright, let's look at the top 5 cities. Washington, Omaha, Bangalore's actually ahead of Chicago, huh? Huh. I would not have guessed that. Where is Bangalore? I mean, I guess for now, Chicago is going to overtake them. Because they're only at 351 per turn. Chicago's at 520 a turn. Okay, I can actually do a couple more turns here. You see over here that Tador is now completely surrounded. But they did get a great artist in there. They are still rocking with Renaissance era troops. I have a few more industrial era technologies, specifically mass conscription, which will allow me to upgrade all of my riflemen and minutemen to trench infantry and conscripts, respectively. And then I will be having designs on putting together my stacks and declaring war. I also need to be able to get shock troops going. So let's actually see what technology we need for shock troops. Probably infantry logistics here. Marine Corps, no. Repeating rifles. So this is going to be my... Yeah, I'm going to get these 3 technologies next. And then probably armored vehicles and flight. And then it's time to start my war. All right, that's been about an hour. I'm going to call it an episode here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.